Yes, I know. I know. I gotta make a video though. I gotta make a video now. I'll be there in a minute. What's up? It's Cinema Shogun here, and over here on this YouTube channel, I do my best to cover the news stories that I find the most important. They might not always be the most popular story going on at the time, but in my heart, I try to cover stories that I find to be the most important. But also, I like to go and find weird stories to cover for you all because we live in some weird times and there's so much weird stuff happening and there's not enough people talking about the weird stuff that's going on all around us. And boy, oh boy, did I find a weird story for you all today. In fact, one could say that this story stinks to high heaven. Literally. Now, I'm sure that most of you all did not hear about this, but history was made this week. History has been made over in the UK because for the first time in history, someone was just arrested for cyber farting. I kid you not. Someone has been arrested for cyber farting. Now you're asking, what the hell is cyber farting? I didn't know either, but apparently it's a criminal act now. You know, a criminal act where people record themselves farting and then they send the recordings to their enemies. Now listen, as a guy, you know, us guys, we do things, we fart, we crack fart jokes with our buddies. But it's not something that you usually see coming from a woman. At least not here in America. I don't know what's going on in the UK. But this is something that you would expect from men who are horsing around. You know, when you think of, you know, people sending videos of farts, you don't think of that as something malicious, right? You get what I'm saying here? Like if someone sends you a fart video, 9 times out of 10, it must be some sort of joke. But in this situation, it was considered harassment with malicious intent. The woman was farting on video, taunting her enemy, harassing her enemy, and from what her enemy says, she felt unsafe. These fart videos made her feel unsafe in her own home. Listen, with everything else that's going on right now, of course, you got that big plane crash. You got a lot of things in the news, but this is clearly the most important story of all, right? Like, we've seen plane crashes before. We've been through different presidents. Yes, I know it's nice that Trump's in office and stuff, but we've had other presidents. That's not necessarily something historical, right? This is historical. This is the first time in history, folks, that someone's been arrested for cyber farting. And no one's taking this seriously except for me. But let's go ahead and dive into the story because this is just crazy. A woman aged 25 who sent videos of herself farting to her boyfriend's ex-partner admits harassment. A woman has admitted to harassing her boyfriend's ex by sending her videos of herself breaking wind. Rhiannon Evans, age 25, pleaded guilty to pursuing a course of conduct amounting to the harassment of Deborah Prythurch by sending inappropriate videos. The original malicious communications charge listed against the shop worker described that she sent several videos of herself farting. It is believed to be the first case ever involving cyber farting. The woman left court with a 12-month community service or a community order following the fart videos. Prosecutor Diane Williams says that in the first video, she proceeds to pass gas by placing the camera on her bottom and passing the gas. On December 22nd, there were 3 more videos of her letting one rip. In the next few days, there were another 4 of the same nature. Miss Evans passing wind, her face. Man. Oh my God, man. Listen, I've covered a lot of serious stuff on this channel, right? Like heavy stories that weigh heavily on people's hearts, like tragic situations. We've had to read through so many different court documents and stuff on this channel, and never did I think that I would be reading documents about fart videos. And the way they're making it sound so horrific, so like, I don't know, so downright evil, which I guess it is, right? I guess it is. But it's like, yeah. Then she proceeds to fart again while looking at the camera, smiling maliciously. This is within court documents that I'm reading about this. Oh, man. I don't know what in the hell the world is coming to. But what a time to be alive. What a time to be alive when we're sitting here going over court documents about fart videos. But, like, my question is, what was to be gained here? What did she think she was going to do by sending these videos? And imagine waking up every day and your ex's significant other is just sending you videos of them farting and smiling. You know what I mean? Like, let's say you had a bad breakup with your ex. Maybe you're not even over your ex, but your ex moved on quickly. Maybe your ex even cheated on you. And they're out there, as you're still stuck on your ex, thinking about what could have been. You're still trying to win your ex back. Your ex has already moved on with another person. And that person just so happens to be recording themselves farting and sending you the videos to taunt you. Like, hey, I stole your boyfriend. I got your boyfriend. Here's a fart. And it's like, imagine the rage that is brewing inside this person. Like, you're already angry and jealous that this person moved on and has another lover, and their lover just is sending you fart videos every day, laying in bed next to your ex, next to who used to be your man or your girl or whatever your situation is, and they're just just laughing at you, sending videos of them farting while laying in bed next to your ex-boyfriend. Like, this is downright psychotic stuff. I am crying real tears right now just talking about it. But yeah, this is insane. This is insane. And I'm just trying to figure, like, it's obviously disgusting. But how is this breaking laws? Like, I'm really trying to figure out, how can you really decide, hey, this is harassment? From what I've seen, there's no threats. There's no really any verbal communications at all. It's just, hey, you wake up every day and you got a new video of some person farting in the camera, and then they giggle and laugh and smirk, and then the video stops. But the person who is receiving these videos, they say they feel unsafe in their home. They can't sleep at night. They're scared this person may come fart in their house in person. They've received all of these fart videos. Now they're wondering, hey, when are they going to come and show up in person and try to fart and smile in my face? But let's just go back into the article, because I can't even hardly believe what I'm seeing here. All right, so on December 22nd, we already got to that part. Right around Christmas, she just starts just letting it rip, literally, just sending hella fart videos to this woman during the holidays. It says right here that her tooting continued on Boxing Day and New Year's Day, despite police getting wind of what had happened. The victim said in a statement, "I would like to feel safe in my own home." Evans was arrested at her home. She admitted that she had sent the videos. She suggested that she wanted to send videos because she felt her partner was being treated unfairly. Mrs. Williams added it was purely malicious. She was smirking throughout every video. She found it hilarious, but the victim did not. Harriet Gorst, who was the defender, said, There are some issues going on between Miss Evans' partner and his ex-partner with regard to child contact. The lawyer said at the time she sent these videos, she had some drinks, and she sent them. Understanding now this has caused the victim some distress, she sent them without malicious intent. Evans was said to maybe have mental health problems. The magistrates imposed 15 rehabilitation sessions, 60 days alcohol abstinence monitoring, and a 2-year restraining order, as well as smacking her with fines. A probation officer said she had been in a relationship for 2 years and that there was bad blood between her and her boyfriend's ex-partner. She hadn't thought sending the videos was a criminal offense, and the defendant questioned why she hadn't been blocked. Evans had a difficult upbringing, the court heard. So, imagine this. And you don't even really have to imagine because this just happened. You got lawyers in court arguing over whether these farts are malicious or not. Okay? So you got the lawyer for the girl who's sending the videos, the fart videos, and she's saying, hey, there's no malicious intent here. She didn't want to cause any distress. And then you got the other lawyer saying, no, these are malicious fart videos. You're harassing my client. She feels unsafe. And I just wish I would pay good money to be a fly on the wall in that courtroom that day. To be in the courtroom that day and listen to these arguments. You know, we just got a taste, a sample. We just got a slight whiff, okay, of what went down in that courtroom. We don't got the full details. So you could just imagine the arguments, the debates that are taking place inside the courtroom over whether or not these farts should be considered criminal farts or not criminal farts. And then they go so far as to say, listen, my client had a hard upbringing, okay? My client went through a lot growing up. Please sympathize with her. There's a reason why she sent these fart videos. She had a terrible childhood. And that's not a good explanation for me. Maybe it is for you, but that does not explain things. You can't say, oh, yeah, you know, she sends these weird fart videos. It's because she had a terrible childhood. That does not work. That explanation doesn't work. It's like the same explanations that they give for people who do like extremely horrible things. Like, well, he was a product of his environment. All he knew was violence. He was subjected to this. He was subjected to that. You know, we've heard those arguments before. We've never heard those arguments when defending a serial farter who sends out harassment campaign videos of her farting and smiling in the camera. And at the end of the day, how was this going to settle problems between your now boyfriend and his ex? And if you're in a relationship with someone who is having problems and issues with their ex, maybe you shouldn't be in a relationship with that person. Because before you get in a new relationship, you need to move on from your last relationship. And it's obvious that wasn't happening here. There was some sort of rift between the boyfriend and the ex. And the new girlfriend figured, hey, I could settle this with farts. And it didn't work. Instead, she got arrested. She got fined. Now she has to go to rehabilitation. And that's another thing I don't understand. Like, not only is this a crazy crime, but how do you penalize someone? Like, how do you come up with the punishment? You know what I mean? Like, you're the freaking judge. You're looking, all right, well, in the course of 2 weeks, you sent a dozen fart videos to this woman. We need you to go through 12 months of rehabilitation. What is she rehabilitating from? Farts? Like, are you going to put her in a facility where she doesn't eat beans? Like, I really don't get it. And I'm not even joking here, folks. All jokes aside, in all seriousness, what is rehabilitation going to do for this woman? Why is that the answer to someone who is harassing someone through fart videos? Is there a certain rehabilitation center for this, for people like this? Like, I've heard of people, you know, going for alcohol abuse or drug abuse, but she's going to rehabilitation programs because she farts on videos a lot and likes to send it to her enemies. So I don't know what type of conversations are going to be had there. It's like you can picture this woman at an AA meeting. Everyone's kind of raising their hand, saying why they're there. Hey, I have a problem with alcohol. I can't kick it. Or man, I was caught drinking and driving, blah, blah, blah. And then she's in the back. Everyone turns to her. And she's like, well, I'm here because, I'm sending these fart videos. It's just like, none of this makes sense. But this is where we're at. The world has gotten so crazy that we're now at a point where for the first time in history, cyber farting has become a thing. And now that it's a thing, you know how this works. Now that this is a thing, and now that someone has been charged for this, we're going to start seeing this happen more often. Because something tells me, something tells me that she is not the only one that does stuff like this, which is kind of scary when you think about it. But one thing I've learned about the human experience is, listen, you're not that unique. You're not as unique as you think. There's someone out there for everything. There's someone out there that's into everything. There's someone out there for everyone. So if she's doing stuff like this, I guarantee you there are other humans on earth that are doing this as well. And we need to bring them down, and we need to hit them with the full force of the law and make sure that serial farters are held accountable for their crimes. But I'm just glad, this wasn't a thing back when I was younger, because maybe I would have been arrested for cracking jokes on my friends. But for now, I want to know your thoughts about this down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, try not to pass gas, ring that notification bell if you haven't already, and I'll be talking to you all soon in the next one.